The Mishnah says, "Ve'ilu lignai." The following people are mentioned not in a positive light, in a negative light. Lignai, shall Beit Garmu, the people of Beit Garmu, the family of Garmu. Why? Why are they mentioned? Why are they remembered negatively? Lo ratzu lamed al masa lechem hapanim. They did not want to teach about the making, the precise recipe of the lechem hapanim. Beit Garmu was a family that had the secret of how exactly to make the lechem hapanim. Of course, lechem hapanim were the breads that would go, known as shon breads in English, that would go on the shulchan. There were 12 breads, one representing each shevet, and they would sit on the shulchan throughout the week, and they would replace them every week. And these people of Garmu family knew exactly how to make them. They had to make exactly in the right shape because they had to stand up. They're sort of rectangular, with the parts on either side standing up, and they had to be able to maintain their structure as well as maintain their freshness throughout the week and not break, of course, even though they're in that shape in a very specific pan. Beit Garmu knew how to do it. They knew how to make the special lechem panim, but lo ratzu lamed, they did not want to teach anyone else. Shal Beit Avtinas, the house of Avtinas, lo ratzu lamed al masa haketoret. The ketoret we spoke about a little while ago, the incense that was brought by the Kohen in the Beit HaMikdash. So Avtinas, Beit Avtinas knew that secret, but they again did not want to teach it. So these, the Gemara says, actually had positive intentions. They felt like, look, if we let people know about how to make lechem panim, or if we let people know about the ketoret, then they'll end up doing it outside the Beit HaMikdash in an inappropriate way, and the wrong people are going to have their hands on that information, and that's going to be negative. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of lechem panim. We'll make sure that we have it. We'll make sure that it's done for the Beit HaMikdash, and no one else has to know. No one else who can Chas v'shalom take that information and use that information to make lechem panim improperly, or to make lechem panim outside the Beit HaMikdash, I don't know, to make a business out of it, or to worship Avodah Zarah, or who knows what. So they wanted to keep that private. The same thing with the Ketoret. But still, the Mishnah says that they were mentioned like the fact that they kept it to themselves, even though they might have had the best of intentions, that was not the appropriate decision to make. Hugros ben Levi, the Mishnah continues, a fellow named Hugros, the Levi, Hayodea Perak Bashir Velo Ratza Lamed. He knew a way of conducting music, of putting music together, but again, Lo Ratza Lamed. He did not want to teach anyone else. The shir, of course, could be used for service in the Beit HaMikdash. Of course, the Kohanim were constantly singing in the Beit HaMikdash. That was part of their job. But he did not want to teach anyone else. He did not want to teach anyone else that skill. Continuing, Ben Kamtsar, Lo Ratzah Lamed Al Masa HaKatav. Ben Kamtsar, again another name. He did not want to teach a special way of writing. So the Gemara describes that Ben Kamtsar knew how to write with 4 writing utensils at a time. What he could do is he could take each writing utensil, put it between 2 fingers on a hand, and he could write 4 things at a time. This is a special skill that he had. And yet he took this skill and he kept it for himself and didn't want to teach anyone else how to do that. And that again, similar to the previous cases, the Chachamim did not look favorably upon those who would do things like that, upon those who would have a skill and keep it for themselves without sharing it with anyone else, no matter what the skill was. Even those who had the skill of doing lechem panim and the ketoret, which could get into the wrong hands, but even that was not considered proper not to teach anyone else. And the Mishnah just concludes, Al Harishonim Ne'amar, the first one, it says, the pasuk applies Zecher Tzadik Livracha. The mention of a Tzadik is Livracha. It's a pasuk in Mishlei. It says, we usually use this very often, we'll be talking about a person and we'll mention the person's name and we'll say Zecher Tzadik Livracha, that even the mention of a Tzadik should be a bracha for us. So that's from this idea, this pasuk in Mishlei, that when someone is a tzaddik, even their mention is considered a source of bracha for all of us. So those first people who had added to the Avodah in the Beit HaMikdash, who made things into gold and brought the special doors and who added to the kior and all those wonderful things. So just mentioning their names is a bracha. We mention them for blessing. Val elu ne'amar. Those are the first ones. But the second ones, all those people in this Mishnah who knew these special talents and wouldn't share with others. Ne'amar v'shem rishayim yirkav. The name of rishayim, of the wicked, shall rat. And those people who are selfish, keep things to themselves, don't give to others, don't spread things to make the world a better place. So those are considered rishayim, who will rat. Right? Ultimately, the difference between a tzaddik and a rasha: tzaddik is someone who brings bracha to those around him. A tzaddik, someone who adds to the world around them. They add bracha. They add. They're a source of growth and a source of benefit to those around them. So even the zecher of tzaddik, even mentioning a tzaddik, is l'vracha. We're mentioning something, a bracha that happened. The Beit HaMikdash became a better place. The world became a better place, thanks to these people, as opposed to the people in the last Mishnah. So those are people who were holding everything to themselves. Anything that they did, they would keep it to themselves. So even they're mentioned, the Shem Rishayim, the Rasha Yirkav, is just rotting. Ultimately, if one just keeps everything to themselves, so at the end of the day, one ends up just rotting and disappearing and not having anything. And that's what unfortunately happened to these people who kept their talents to themselves, and unfortunately this pasuk applied to them.